What's good? What's great? What's golly? Welcome back to another rematch guide. Today we're unlocking the secrets to peak performance with the best settings and controller tips for rematch. So whether you're on PC, you're on console, if you're on mouse and keyboard, that's crazy, but that too, or controller, this guide is your one-stop shop for sharper vision, faster moves, and on top of that, I know it's the one thing y'all want, more W's. So let's get right into it. Now, some of y'all might be asking, why do settings matter in rematch? Well, rematch is a fast-paced, skill-based football game, and every second counts. So the right settings give you a complete edge and better vision, quicker reactions, and on top of that, more consistent plays, which leads to more W's. And all of the pro players and top community members all customize their settings, so you should too. Y'all already know this. I got a bunch of people coming into my chat from TikTok, from Twitch, from YouTube, asking me some of my settings. And first up, some of y'all need to really put y'all stuff in either full screen mode or borderless mode. If you're a content creator, you know why. But I got a friend who plays in just windowed, which is very weird. I don't know why they do it, but they love it. So kudos to them, but I hate it. So I always recommend people play it in, borderless or full screen. So this way you can get the most minimal input and maximize your sharpness. Next up is your resolution. Use your monitor's native resolution for the clearest visuals. Because if you don't, you automatically hurting yourself with the quality and the input. When it comes to the gamma and brightness, you can either set your gamma to 2.2 or 2.4. I'll keep it around that range. And this is so that you keep the stuff balanced. So it won't be too high or too low, and you'll miss any details, and everything, won't be washed out. I always keep this off. Always, whenever I'm playing a game, I always just keep it off. It's just a preference. Some people might like it. I don't. I have a 4090, so I'm using the more frame generation just so I can have more frames. Better advantage happens. I also turn my motion blur off. I hate motion blur. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got juked bad in a game, and I feel like I'm blaming on motion blur because I really couldn't tell where bro went afterwards. And some people will need to disable their VSync. I normally just turn it off. I'm not gonna lie to you. That way you won't mess with nothing and then have lower input lag. And you need to set your max frames to your monitor's refresh rate. So if you got 60 hertz, 120 hertz, or 144 hertz, it just depends. Now again, I do have a 4090. So when it comes to something like your graphics qualities, if your PC is not strong enough, you want to turn it down to either high, medium, or low. It just depends, and it's based on your PC and your performance. So you gotta look at your own PC parts. And sometimes the only exception is if you are on low, I would keep the quality and depth of field, on at least higher for better ball and player visibility. But it just depends. I'm playing on ultra, where you can just do automatically set graphics quality, and that will help you as well. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. I know y'all want to talk about the gameplay settings. For my preferred location, I'm using US East. Use whatever's closer to you and what's better for you. It just depends. All right, so a lot of people ask me, what do I have for my mini map? I have my mini map on rotating, and if you don't know what rotating is, the terrain rotates towards your character forward orientation. So if your character's looking this way, the map is looking this way. If your character's looking this way, the map is looking that way. And some people, for some reason, have it on fixed. I don't like fixed. It's okay, but it's not the best. And I changed my mini map size to at least 75 so it can be bigger, and I can, pay more attention, look at different plays, and see different actions that I could take for potentially. Now when it comes to my controller mapping settings, I keep it on default. In the beta, I had it on simple press for extra effort, which means you just hit L3 if you're on controller. But for some reason I got used to hitting the LB, and it's not a problem, but I also have a scuff controller. So I have, if you could see, well, let me just zoom in. I have a side button, so that's my RB. Well, that's my LB twice. So I necessarily don't even have to pick up my hand. I don't have to pick up my finger or my hand when I'm playing. It's just easier that way. So I got used to keeping it on LB just for my extra inputs on my controller. And a lot of y'all need to make sure that your camera field of view is set to at least 80. I have mine at 85. Pros often go to 90 for, you know, better awareness, and a higher field of view is better ability to spot runs, passes, but the line ball appears smaller. So you got to keep that in mind. Camera shake is okay. I keep it on just because I like the dramatics, I like the effects of it, but most people turn it down. And this is for basically because it's crucial for your control and focus during fast action, fast plays, and things of that nature. So if you don't mind it, you can keep it on. You can also turn it down slightly. You won't pay too much attention to it. Now let's talk about your camera speed and aim speed. You want to bump your camera speed and your camera speed boost and your camera aim speed boost to around 1.8 for snappier tracking. So you want to boost this up to around 1.8, this to around 1.8, and this as well to around 1.8. Now let's move on to the next. Now I know a lot of people are probably asking controller versus mouse and key, what's the best for rematch, especially when playing on PC. Controller does have its advantages. The analog sticks allow for smooth 360-degree movement, which is ideal for goalkeepers and defenders, and even some cold shots. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So that's kind of an advantage from there. Simpler is more intuitive, especially for the directional input. So that makes quick reaction, quick pass, quick shots, all those fire things y'all be seeing on TikTok. But for mouse and keyboard, you get faster and more precise inputs for micromanaging and multitasking, which is great for attackers and midfielders, which you can see a lot of people going crazy with their dribbling moves, a lot of people doing crazy, you know, shots. It's been insane on the PC side when it comes to keyboard and mouse. And keyboard and mouse supports quick directional changes. Mouse allows for sharp aiming and control. Now, when it comes to the pro scene, I think a lot of people are pretty split, but majority of people are playing on controller or roller. Some top players use both setups. They pick what feels best for them, so you should do the same. And honestly, with these settings, you'll see more of the pitch. You'll honestly be the top player in your team. You'll be that egoist. You'll be able to react faster and control your player like a pro. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your favorite control setups. Let me know your settings and tell me what works for you. And anything else you want me to cover next, I got y'all. And I'm gonna see y'all next time on the pitch.